Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Strigomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to do some, I want to say crazy stuff. Yeah, with Mordecai in the depths of faction wars. Yeah. The depths of faction wars. You might ask, what does Mordecai have to offer? Well, Mordecai has a lot of what we like to call AoE damage. So, with that, we can try to control these waves. Now, we've probably got the most control we've ever had in faction wars. It's still rough for obvious reasons. We're obviously going to want to target the man-eater at all costs. The double turn meter control is pretty nice because it gives us plenty of time to try to whittle these waves down. It is going to take a while. Why, you might ask? Because these waves are incredibly nasty at this depth. Especially with that Foley. That extra turn helps cycle it around. Keeping the turn meter controlled is very important because if you don't keep this guy specifically turn meter controlled, he blocks revive, which is not something that we can stop. So that is one of the things that is going to make this additionally difficult. So the main problem is our reviver doesn't have enough stats. But we're still going to do faction wars for a reason. The reason we're going to do this is because I need I need the benefits of I will be. I'm trying to finish this before the thing. Anyway, this is Mordecai and faction crypts. The reason I'm wanting to use all this up is because I get a lot of forge materials, which are very useful for advanced quests and advanced armor from doing this. Obviously, we don't have enough of the essential stats necessary for the true depths. The true depths of this place are very awful. Gonna be upgrading Mordecai's gear additionally to make sure he's not a focus. Because the last thing you want is Mordecai getting focused. Specifically in faction wars and in other advanced content. Alright, I will do that. Alright. See, the double turn meter control of the spider is always really nice. I mean, not the spider, the boss. So we'll do that boss. We'll do stage 14 boss. We'll see how he does there. I do not... The main problem is all of our stats have to be improved in order to get the higher levels. The reason I didn't do Mother Superior is because Mother Superior's value versus... Mother Superior's value versus the versus Spider is minimal. She is generally only useful for continuous heals in specific content. Okay, got them. Go for that. Get that HP burn. Because the funnest part about this boss is the fact that we can now have AoE HP burn in faction wars, which is not something we could previously do in Sacred Order faction crypts. It was something exclusive to like Demon Spawn. The main thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take out the auxiliary people. I'm going to keep them under control. Okay, get the turn meter drop on him. The fact that he stole the revive on death does not help me. This boss is excruciatingly difficult for a whole host of reasons. Not the least of which is I probably would never be this far without a Godseeker. Because Godseeker literally binds the entire team together. One thing I like about Mordecai is the fact that he also increases attack at the same time, which is our first increase attack in this faction that I've ever had. This is still a very difficult boss. Doesn't help that he transfers debuffs, which makes it more difficult to fight him. There we go. That was a good block revive. There we go. This is probably the hardest floor we can do currently is those two. I'm currently doing this because I get a lot of rewards for doing this before reset. I still want to do that spider just to show that off because he's really worth my time, Mordecai. And if I can get the distractors good enough, we can go even further in Spider. The main problem is we just need this the revivers to not die. Is this an easy task? No, it is not. Mainly because these enemies are both extremely durable and extremely annoying if they take a turn. Because they also placed that counterattack. The counterattack does not benefit me in the slightest. So they got a relatively slow Arbiter. There was a better time when I could have got gold, probably, if I managed to beat the Arbiter mission sooner. But that time has since passed. Is now gold is a it's nightmare fuel to try to get it that rank. How much of a nightmare fuel? Very. Don't know why that didn't block revive him, but hey. All right. See, that uses up all our keys and gives us a bunch of... Now, I also want to try Godseeker in Spider to see if we can do something incredible there again. Because that might make that version of Spider more doable. So where are we at? Alright, we'll do a clan boss later. We want to buy up these mysteries. Always want to buy these because they're highly useful to have on hand. So Spider obviously is where his greatest thing is. We're going to want to provoke all of them. Keep the Spider under control. Godseeker is pretty useful for this fight, because he makes sure that no one stays down.
Alex, can you give me a hand to see this, get this rat some medication?
Okay. See, that makes it so that it's harder for the Spider to... That makes it harder for the Spider to break free. Hell, I'll just run this on auto to show it.
Well, don't hold him in a weird way because he can't eat. Don't, Alex, pay attention to what you're doing here. We have to try to get him to eat this.
To try to lock his head.
Actually, no, don't lock his head. No, stop. Actually, there's a little syringe extra in the mouth. hold him in a weird way. We're not trying to stress the shit out of him. Stop. Hold. Okay, there he is. Put him back. We have to give him this medication that we have for the other rats because he's got that thing. And then we can take him to another vet. Let's see. This vet won't deal with it. I don't know how. Okay, Alex. I need this whole area swept
I
up.
will be.
No, no, my brother is not happy with the way this looks.
All right, all right.
It's not acceptable. He'll say, throw the rats out in the street, kill the rats. And he's not gonna want them being like this. You need to come and clean it up.
All right. Okay. Let's try it on a lower difficulty. Because this isn't working. This is just a stalemate. Because obviously I'm having some issues in a number of things, not the least of which is I have to help, which is yeah, it's never a good thing. Never a good thing. Alright, at least I found a team that works on full auto. I had a lot of technical difficulties. A lot of technical difficulties. And I hope you're okay with that, because it happens from time to time. I'm not going to be real. I'm not going to like sugarcoat it and say that everything always goes well, because it doesn't.